When all 7 members of BABYMONSTER debuted, they shared the exact same starting line. Fast forward to today, and each member has built their own identity, separate brand deals, unique solo paths, and a distinct place in the spotlight. Today, I'm breaking down what actually happened to each member of BABYMONSTER individually. Not the group story, but each of theirs. Who became the face of the group? Who landed the brand deals? Who's blowing up right now? And who's still stuck waiting for her moment? Somewhere in her first 2 years, Ahyeon became the face of BABYMONSTER, something no one expected after health issues forced her to miss their 6-member debut with Batter Up. She didn't join the group on stage until the complete 7-member lineup finally debuted together in April 2024 with the mini-album. Once she was in the lineup, interviews rotated between all 7 members roughly equally, and press roundups ran the same 7-across photo over and over, with no single face pulled out as the one to watch. It's a strange starting point for someone who'd go on to become the group's most recognized face. She wasn't even there for the first public introduction of BABYMONSTER to the world. That changed with a solo cover performance that went viral hard enough that the original artist publicly reacted to it. That's the moment that turns an idol into a name people search for on their own. Clips of that cover kept resurfacing on fan accounts for months afterward, each repost pulling in viewers who'd never watched a full BABYMONSTER stage before. As the months went by, that online momentum built up to one of the biggest stages of her career. The Mama Awards, where Ahyeon performed in a special stage, singing Golden live in the song's original key. That Mama performance validated what fans already knew, locking in her position as main vocalist, lead rapper, lead dancer, and center, an all-rounder combination almost no idol holds simultaneously. That workload converted directly into money and visibility. She's now the face of the group's Adidas, Vanilla Co., and CNP Laboratory campaigns. She's been placed on individual Best K-pop Vocalist rankings. She started getting called the group's It Girl. In March 2026, when BABYMONSTER covered Vogue Hong Kong, Ahyeon used her portion of the interview to talk about staying grounded. Her goal wasn't to chase the next big result, but to make sure every stage still felt worth it to the people watching. Of all 7 members, Asa's post-debut trajectory might be the sharpest rise relative to the amount of individual spotlight she was originally expected to get. When BABYMONSTER debuted, Asa wasn't positioned as a frontrunner for individual attention. Main rapper is a technical role, and technical roles in a 7-member lineup tend to earn respect inside hardcore fan circles first, and get noticed by everyone else much later. For a while, that's roughly what happened. Solid reviews, dedicated praise from people who already followed rap lines closely, and not much beyond that. Slowly, though, the curiosity began to spread. On K-pop fan communities and TikTok specifically, she's become one of the most frequently tagged best rapper names of her entire debut generation. Not an official award, but the kind of repeated, organic labeling from thousands of separate fan accounts that ends up meaning almost as much, because nobody's paying for that reputation to spread. 2026 also showed her growing power in the fashion world. Spotlights like Vogue Hong Kong proved her individual star power is pulling in massive attention. The kind of fashion world virality that proves her appeal goes way beyond just her rap verses. She's also one half of the We Go Japan campaign alongside Ruka. In the group's March 2026 Vogue Hong Kong cover interview, Asa talked about wanting to keep pushing the group's reach into countries they haven't performed in yet. and about resisting the temptation to get comfortable now that the group has already found real success. No matter what role she was given at the start, the fans and the fashion world made it clear Asa is one of the biggest stars in the group. Chiquita is BABYMONSTER's youngest member, and by some accounts of the group's commercial standing, potentially on track to be one of its 2 highest individual earners long-term. The youngest members usually take the longest to stand out. On paper, they're the least experienced, and they often spend the first year or 2 in the background while older members build their identities. But for her, that wasn't the case at all. She didn't wait in the background for a second. Looking closely at her, a few key things explain why she stands out. A center-adjacent stage position that puts her in frame constantly during group performances, and a social media presence that's outperforming what you'd normally expect from the youngest member of a 7-person group. Along with Pharita, she carries on that YG Thai legacy, giving BABYMONSTER a huge footprint in a key K-pop market. Thailand's fanbase has a well-documented track record of turning individual K-pop members into standalone commercial brands worth more than the group they debuted in. And Lisa is the direct, immediate proof of concept sitting right above her at the exact same company, doing individual deals with major global fashion houses. Chiquita doesn't need that comparison spelled out for Thai fans. They're already making it themselves. Because she's still a minor, YG's current approach shields her from the luxury endorsement wave the rest of the group is also largely sitting out for now. But the underlying commercial interest observers keep flagging suggests that's a matter of timing, not an absence of real demand. The least experienced member on paper, and simultaneously one of the 2 names that come up when the conversation turns to which member ends up the wealthiest once all 7 contracts finally mature. Rami was the first BABYMONSTER member the public ever saw, months before the group's name was even fully confirmed to the world. Main vocalist alongside Ahyeon. Industry commentary puts her among the most technically skilled vocalists of her entire K-pop generation. In an industry where lip-syncing controversies happen almost every award season, being trusted to sing everything live, every time, is its own kind of achievement. Into 2026, BABYMONSTER continued promoting as a 6-member group, and as of the most recent reporting available, YG had not confirmed a return date. Being the vocal backbone of a group means the group visibly feels it when you're not there. Even before her hiatus, brands were already leaning on her. She shared center stage with Ahyeon in major campaigns like Adidas, Pepsi, and CNP. She never needed viral moments to prove her worth. To most fans, Rami is the backbone of BABYMONSTER's live vocals. For now, that reputation rests on her work before May 2025, with fans patiently waiting for her return. Ruka debuted with BABYMONSTER as the group's oldest member and immediately took on one of its 2 main rapper positions, one of the most technically demanding roles in the group, and one she's held onto without interruption since day 1. Beyond her initial exposure, she just kept delivering every single time. Comeback after comeback, that pure reliability became the main thing people talked about. In late 2024, she pushed past just performing and into writing, an actual songwriting credit, not just a performance one. Publishing royalties don't disappear when a promotion cycle ends. Like I mentioned earlier, Ruka and Asa teamed up for that We Go campaign, a deal that put just the 2 of them front and center with their own special edition magazine. Individual and duo-level brand deals sit in a different tier from group-wide endorsements. They signal a brand betting on 2 specific faces, not just BABYMONSTER's overall popularity. Inside BABYMONSTER, she's also known informally as the member who knows everyone best. The oldest member is usually the anchor, keeping the group together behind the scenes. Rora's official title is lead vocalist, and one of the group's two main visuals, alongside Pharita. For a while after debut, that title mostly meant standing in formation, while other members' voices and faces pulled more of the spotlight. But once she sang live and showed what she could do, fans realized how good she actually is. What sets her apart isn't range, it's texture. A distinctive, husky tone that stands out even in a group full of trained vocalists. She was also part of that Big Mama performance, taking on the role of Zoe for their Golden cover, one of the most watched clips that come out of that show. That reputation shows up in her magazine run, too. Since debut, she's appeared in individual and group editorial spreads for Vogue Korea, Vogue Singapore, Cosmopolitan Korea, Dazed Korea, and Numero Tokyo. A spread of high fashion placements that outpaces what most rookie idols get in their first 2 years. She's also become the group's default spokesperson in interviews and song introductions. The one who handles explaining things to press and fans on top of her vocal role. That's a second, unofficial job most idols don't get assigned unless the company already trusts their composure on camera without a script. Because she's still one of the group's younger members, Rora hasn't been pushed into individual brand deals at the same pace as some of her groupmates. Her photo shoots prove fans are more than ready to see her land a big solo deal. For most of the 2 years since debut, Pharita's individual presence has stayed quiet compared to her groupmates. She shows up every time the full group does, dependably, without often becoming the story on her own. Her biggest solo moment so far was that Mama stage with Ahyeon and Rora. While Ahyeon got some heat for her high notes, Pharita stood out for all the right reasons. In a group known for loud raps and high power, her calm, smooth voice gives them something completely different. Here's the more honest part of her story. Pharita hasn't become an individually branded face the way Ahyeon or Chiquita have. Industry analysts covering the group's endorsement strategy describe her value right now as more group-oriented, essential to the sound and the stage, present in every campaign the group shoots together, but without a standalone spotlight moment or solo brand deal of her own yet. That's not a failure story. It's a timing story. Some members get their individual breakout in year 1, some in year 4, and a few end up defined more by their contribution to the group's overall sound than by any single viral clip with their name on it. Pharita's specific spotlight, by the evidence available right now, simply hasn't landed yet. In her March 2026 Vogue Hong Kong interview, she gave a really grounded answer about what was coming up next. Keep the momentum going and make sure every fan gets the best possible experience. Not a bigger solo deal, not a personal milestone, just steady, continued output for the group as a whole. The Mama stage is proof the ceiling is there when the moment calls for it. Whether the marketing catches up to match that ceiling is still an open question 2 years in. When you pull back the curtain, it all comes down to how K-pop actually works behind the scenes. Between recouping training costs and YG taking their cut, the payoff looks different for everyone right now. Ahyeon and Chiquita are already building massive solo brands, while Pharita and Rami, who's been sidelined on hiatus, aren't drawing in those huge personal brand deals just yet. At the end of the day, the actual money numbers are completely private, but regardless of what's happening behind the scenes, true success goes way beyond contracts. The talent, the growth, and the connection they're making with fans around the world is something you just can't measure with numbers. If you liked this breakdown, subscribe. More of these coming. And if you want to support the channel, there's a link in the description for the Baby Monster dossier.